we are starting off our video a bit differently today. I don't have an intro. Why? Well, I don't know. Just don't feel like doing one. Okay guys, so I like to keep things a little spicy. I like to keep you guys on your toes and keep this romance we have going on alive. So I decided not to do an intro today because we have a lot of makeup to talk about and I just want to go ahead and dive right in. If you guys don't know by the title, this is my repurchase or trash series where I'm going to go over everything that I tried out in the month of May and let you guys know whether or not I'm going to repurchase or trash it. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. Every single time I do this video, it's always going to be something different. Some months I'm just going to sit here and just show off the makeup and talk about it. Other months I'm going to demonstrate it. Other months I might do a mix of both. You never know. But today we're going to try on the makeup. Not all of it because I have a lot. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. So for the eyeshadow, I'm going to mix my Scooby-Doo palette and my Stone Rock palette. Before I talk about that, I just want to thank you guys for being so sweet. I was supposed to have this video out yesterday, but I had a massive headache. Typically right around my period I tend to get really bad headaches. It just kind of varies each month. Some months are pretty manageable, other months it just makes me like ugh, and the headache will just pound away. It doesn't matter how much like medicine I take or caffeine or water I take, nothing really can get rid of the headache unless I take like an honest to God good nap where I sleep for a couple hours. Then the headache does go away. So I just had to take off yesterday just because I was like, I just can't power through it. Most times I do, and you guys would never even know, but it was just like throbbing right here that I was like, I can't. So I just want to thank you guys for being so sweet about it because I literally felt so bad because today's video was supposed to be my subscribers pick my makeup and now that's going to be my Monday video. But this just means that next week you guys should be getting 5 videos from me instead of 3 videos this week. So we're going to keep the content rolling. We're not stopping, and neither am I when it comes to applying to jobs, y'all. I have been on the job grind every single day. I did hear back from one job. I did. They told me no. But I will say, y'all, it's a little bit better than what I have been getting. I'm going to do a really easy eye look today because we have a lot of makeup to talk about. So first off, up first, we do have the Glamlight X Scooby-Doo. I would 100% repurchase this. Even though I did get this sent in PR, it's a fantastic palette. I love the color story in this. I love the little 3D front. You open it up, it's a very beautiful, colorful, like spring, summer palette. And I just really love the vibes from this palette. So I'm actually going to go into this little shade right here. Like I said, it's a very easy eye look because we have a lot of makeup to talk about, and I'm not trying to do anything complicated, but I really, really, really enjoyed this palette. So this will be 100% repurchase. But anyway, so where's my mirror? A mirror. Seriously, where are you? I just had you in my hand. Have been on, like I said, been on the job grind, and I did hear back from a job. They told me no, but I did tell Corey, hey, there's a positive, because I did get a new resume courtesy of one of my amazing subscribers. She actually created me a new resume. So I've been applying with that, and I've actually been creating like really fun like cover letters to go with it. And I only heard back from one job and it said no, but this is like my old resume. But I haven't heard anything else this week, which tells me that it's not a no, but it's not a yes, but I haven't got rejected yet. So here's hoping, y'all. Here's hoping that possibly there's a job out there for me. We're just going to wait and see. I will say I still was not expecting the turnout that I got on my getting scammed video because I don't know. I just don't know what I expected, but people are still watching it and commenting on it now. And it's really sad because I've been seeing so many comments of people saying that they fell for a very similar situation. Some were able to get out of it, others were not. And it's just really, really sad to see how much this is happening. And it's also like, makes me feel a little bit validated when I'm like, yo, I'm struggling to find a job. And there's some of you guys that are in the same boat as me. And as much as I hate that because I don't want you guys to be in the same boat as me, it makes me feel, I guess like I hate saying the word, but it makes me feel a little bit better because it makes me feel like, okay, maybe it's not just like me. Maybe it's just this whole like job situation right now. It's just really hard to find one. So I have a little bit of comfort because I'm just sitting there thinking like, wow, like I must be really shitty of a person because I can't get hired anywhere. So it's just making me like, I don't want to say like happy, but like it just makes me feel a little bit more validated. Like, yo, this is hard. Like I'm genuinely really trying. you could look at my job history application. Like, I applied to so many jobs at this point that I'm forgetting what I applied to. And it just made me feel a little bit validated going, all right, so it's not just me, it's just like the market right now. So again, I just want to thank everybody for all the kindness that you guys had shown on that video, because again, I just was not expecting it, and I just thoroughly appreciate it. Now, like I said, I would absolutely repurchase this palette because I think it's a really beautiful palette. The only negative thing I have to really say when it comes to Glamlight, and it's not really their fault, but it's just the processing time that I notice for orders. Sometimes it could take up to 4 to 6 weeks for it to come, like for it to be sent out to you, and I'm just like, damn, that's kind of a long time. But I will say it is well worth the wait. I really do love all their products. So this is definitely a repurchase. The next thing that I would 100% repurchase is the Odin Eye Cosmetics. It is the Stone and Rock and the Jewel and Gem palette. You guys see right here. Absolutely fan-freaking-tastic palette. You guys can use my code on Glamlight. You guys can use code Allie D to save 15% off. You guys can use code Allie on Odin's to save 10% off. And if I ever like go through my video and never like say what my code is, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Like, so we're gonna do a very easy eye look today. If I never say like what my code is, it's because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I forget what my code is because I have 3 different codes. If you guys have not noticed, I have 3 different codes. I either have Allie D, or Dawson 10. I never just have like one really consistent code, and I think it has to do with the fact that there is another YouTuber out there named Allie Glines. So she's obviously a lot bigger. She's obviously had well over a head start with me in the YouTube space. So she usually has all the Allie codes. So like some brands that don't have her will have just Allie. Other brands that do have Allie D. So it can get really confusing. So sometimes I myself will forget what's my code for this brand again, just because I sometimes forget. I'm like, is it Allie D? Is it Dawson? Well, is it Allie? Like, what is it? So sometimes you just see me say, oh yeah, you can just use my code, and I'll throw it up on the screen if I can, because I'm like, well, shit. Like, I don't remember what it is. But yeah, this is just literally as far as the eye look I'm going to do. I'm going to just clean this up right here. But I wanted to do like a really simple eye look because I just feel like this is a really pretty, like very like kind of on the go situation, and it kind of matches my little bee sweater. But look how pretty that is. And I absolutely just, if you had to pick one Odin's palette, it would be this one right here, the Stone and Rock, because it is just chef's freaking kiss. Love this one. Okay, so now that the eyes are pretty much done, like I said, very easy, we're going to move on to the other palettes before I move on to the base. So the next palette I tried this month was the Sigma. This is the Cinderella palette, and I tried this because you guys told me to in a subscriber picks my makeup video, and I have to say I would 100% trash this palette. I'm so sorry because this was sent to me by an amazing friend of mine. However, I just feel like this did not work the way that I wanted to. I didn't care for the formula. The mattes are pigmented. The shimmers were, it just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. I was not wowed by this palette. And I've heard so many great things about Sigma that I was like really like, oh my God, this is gonna be amazing. And I just did not like this palette. I tried it one more time off camera. I still can't get into it. It's really pretty, but I would 100% trash this. I would not repurchase this palette. I'm so sorry. The next palette that I tried was the ColourPop That's Taupe palette. I never tried the Blush Crush. This one right here, I'll have to try this sometime in June. I never tried it this month in May, but I did try the That's Taupe palette, and I would 100% repurchase this. This was a fan-freaking-tastic palette. I love the cool tone, neutral look. I created something that was so easy, so effortless. I really love the eye look that I created with this, and this is something that I would 100% repurchase. Fan-freaking-tastic palette. I loved it. I love this. The next palette that I tried this month was the Heather Austin collaboration with Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Resurgence palette. I would 100% repurchase this palette. One, I had a lot of fun when I filmed my video because I got to talk about the mummy and scarabs and all that type of stuff. But 2, I just think it's a really gorgeous palette. Heather did such a phenomenal job with this collection, with the lip gloss, with the highlighter duo, with the palette itself. Such a beautiful color scheme. Really gets me inspired to create fun Halloween looks and just everyday looks too as well. She did such a phenomenal job. I absolutely love this collection. Still available if you guys want to get your hands on it, but I would 100% repurchase this. Next, I tried the Alter Ego. This is the Midsummer palette. Now, this is going to be a dupe to the ABH Novu palette, and I have to say this was such a cute palette. Such a cute palette. I love the look I created with this. I love the formula in this. I would 100% repurchase this. You guys can use code Dawson10 when shopping at Alter Ego to save you guys 10% off. This was well worth it. It is literally a third of the cost of the ABH palette, and this is just a better formula, better quality, and I would 100% repurchase this. And the last palette that I tried this month, should be no shock that I would absolutely love this palette. It is the Nomad Cosmetics. This is the Okavango Safari palette. Now, one, this looks very similar to the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette, which I did purchase. I know some people are getting their stuff today. I bought mine in pre-sale and it hasn't even shipped yet. So I'm going to get it at some point and we're going to do a video. It might be like a standalone review or it might just be like in a chit chat get ready with me trying new makeup video. Let me know what you guys prefer. Do you guys even prefer standalone reviews anymore? Or do you kind of like a mix of like get ready with me, new makeup? Like, let me know down below. But this was a very like similar vibe and I absolutely love this palette. Now granted, the shade Roaring Lions did not work for me in the sense that it's too hard pressed, but with some glitter glue I got it to work really, really nicely. And then everything else about the palette, fan-freaking-tastic. I love this palette. And again, you guys can use code Allie, save 10%. I feel so bad whenever I say that. Like, I'm not trying to push the palette because I have a code. I only ever push a palette when I generally really, really like it. And if I have a code, that's an added bonus. But if I don't, I also don't care. I'm going to advertise what I really do love and what I hate sometimes. But yeah, I think this is fantastic. And I think Nomad did a wonderful job. So out of all the palettes I tried this month, I'm only going to like trash one. Everything else would be a repurchase. I like that. Moving on to the base. Now I only tried 2 primers this month. So I'm only going to be wearing one in today's video. So the first one I tried out was the Nomad.
What?
Elf. Clearly it's Elf, not Nomad. I'm such an idiot. A Power Grip plus 4% niacinamide. I would 100% repurchase this. Is this my favorite primer? Absolutely not, but it does a really great job at helping to control the oil and just gripping that makeup like there's no tomorrow. And since I suffer from large pores, niacinamide is fantastic for large pores. So it really does help to like blur it just a little bit. But it's definitely not my favorite, but it is a wonderful primer that I definitely will keep using. But the primer that we're using today is the ColourPop. This is the No Filter Primer. Now I've tried this several times and I have to say, I would actually repurchase this primer. I don't know, there's something about it that I just love. I think it's like, I like how silky smooth it is. I like that it smells like a citrus orange. So like it kind of just reminds me of Florida. And I just like how smooth it makes my makeup like look. Does it have longevity to it? No, it does not. I do get pretty oily when wearing this primer, but I also am okay with that. This is one of those primers that I would literally just wear for a makeup look that I'm just wearing for a couple hours. So nothing that's going to be too long where I need to last all day. This would definitely be a primer that I go to. I thoroughly enjoy this and I think ColourPop did a good job. So I would 100% repurchase this. For foundations, I tried 3 foundations and there's one that I'm still kind of undecided. So we're kind of like in this together. I'll let you guys know my thoughts on it at the end of the video, but there's 2 that I want to talk about first. So the first one we have the ColourPop. This is the Pretty Fresh foundation. I like it. Surprisingly enough, it's a hyaluronic hydrating foundation and I thoroughly enjoy it. Is it meant for my skin type? No, she's not. She's not. Your girl gets pretty oily when I wear this, but like, it doesn't look bad. I can't describe it other than it doesn't look bad. This is one of those foundations, again, that I would just wear for just a couple hours. If I'm just going to go grab lunch and want to look like a human, not like a dead zombie in the morning, I would throw this on with that ColourPop primer. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. I get oily, but like it just, I don't know. I still like it. It's weird. It's weird. Next, y'all, we have Revlon. You guys know that I'm going to manifest it. I will be the spokesperson for the Revlon Colorstay Long Wear Foundation Combo Oily in the shade 220. I will be the spokesperson because it's my foundation. However, I did branch out and I tried the Revlon. This is the Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. And I have tried this so many times this month. And surprisingly enough, I really do enjoy this foundation. Has it gripped my heart and have a chokehold on me the way the other Revlon foundation does? No, it doesn't. It doesn't, but it's a really beautiful foundation. However, I do get pretty oily. I get pretty shiny. I have to use a little bit more products with this one to get it kind of mattified down. But the way that it just makes my skin look, it's just beautiful. It truly is beautiful. I would 100% repurchase this foundation. I would 100% wear this foundation again. And I would 100% probably mix this with the other Revlon if I want to have like a mix of like a glowy, mattified foundation. If I just want to be a scientist that day and just want to go, let's combine these 2 together, I would. I think it's a really beautiful foundation. I think Revlon did such a good job. And I feel like Revlon, I don't know, man, it has captured my heart and I just want to see more and more what this brand comes out with. So those two I would 100% repurchase. Now the foundation I'm going to try out today, the foundation I'm going to use today is the Tarte. This is the Face Tape Foundation. I tried this in the Subscriber Picks My Makeup, and I don't know my thoughts on this. I still haven't really formulated an opinion, so that's what we're going to do today. This is why I like to switch up the video and kind of keep y'all on your toes and never let you guys know what video I'm going to, how I'm going to do that video, because I don't know, we got to keep things spicy. We got to keep the romance alive. We've been in a relationship now together for about 4 years, if not almost 5, and we have got to keep things spicy between us so that as a subscriber and as a content creator, you know, we keep things nice and ever evolving, ever changing. We never know what we're gonna get that day. You know what I mean? So I will say I really do appreciate how full coverage this foundation is. It's so full coverage and it smells absolutely divine, but I just don't know what my thoughts are on this yet. So that's why we're trying it out again today, because I just want to make sure I give this the full test again. I will say it's really, really full coverage. And it smells so freaking good. It really does. I look so pale. Okay, so the one thing I am noticing about this foundation is I feel like it definitely does kind of like dry down rather quick. Like it's still blending, but I definitely noticed that I feel like it just dries quicker than other foundations that I'm used to. So I feel like you have to work just a tiny bit faster with this foundation. But oh my gosh, I feel like this foundation a little bit does go a long way because it is blending out really, really nicely on the skin. And it's so full coverage. Like it is very full coverage. Hi, sisters! It's laying really nicely. It's laying really nicely on the skin. So I'm liking that. So we'll have to give this one a final judgment at the end. But for concealers, I have 3 concealers sitting in front of me. So there's one I'm going to use today, 2 I already know about. So first we have the Milk Makeup. This is the Fluid Feature Concealer. I actually really like this concealer. I know so many people out there did not like this. I enjoy it. I think it's hydrating. I think it definitely does a great job at kind of blending out underneath my under eyes really nicely, brightening them. I don't have any issues with this, so I would 100% repurchase this. And I would 100% repurchase this ColourPop one. This ColourPop one is freaking fantastic. They're pretty fresh. Like, this is fantastic. It's super hydrating. It's definitely brightening for me, but it's just really, really, really nice. And the last one we have is the L'Oreal. This is up the 24-Hour Fresh Wear Concealer. I don't mind this concealer. But I don't know. I guess I like more, for me, I guess I like more hydrating concealers than I do full coverage concealers, because I do have like, I have crow's feet. I have a little bag under my eyes, you know, because I'm human and I'm also in my 30s. It's just shock. I know. You guys would never thought over 19. It's fine. I know. But I don't know. I mean, I like this concealer. I do. But would I repurchase that? This is another one I'm going to have to put off to the side to give you guys my opinions at the end, because this one I just don't know. So moving on to bronzer. So first one we have is the LYS Bronzing Stick. When I first tried this, I did not like this. It was way too heavy on me, not the right shade, and it still fully isn't the right shade. It had the shade medium, but I've been using this so much. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It blends like a dream. It's so freaking good. A little goes a long way, and if I just put a little bit on my face, then it looks really, really nice, and I'm able to make the shade work for me. So I would 100% repurchase this. The next one that I'm really surprised about is the ColourPop Soul Body like cream bronzer. Again, this is another fan-freaking-tastic bronzer. One, I love the coconut smell. The coconut smell in this, coconut, mango, pineapple smell, whatever it is, it's divine. It's absolutely divine. It just reminds me of being at the beach, having like a pina colada in my hand. I love the way this smells. But not only does it smell freaking fantastic, it blends beautifully on the face. And it's a beautiful coverage. It's so seamless. Lasts you a very long time. And I would 100% repurchase this. And then lastly, we do have the Essence Baby Got Bronzer. This is what I'm gonna be using today. And surprisingly enough, I actually really kind of enjoyed this bronzer. I did. I just thought like at first, I was like, ooh, I wasn't sure. I had the shade Cinnamon Spice, but I just found that like when I put it on the skin, it just blended out so nicely. It gave me like a nice warmth. It didn't remove any foundation, any product, and just laid down so beautifully that I found myself really, really enjoying this bronzer. Like, look at how nice that blends in. So easily it just works. And you wouldn't think that from like a stick, because the stick does not feel creamy, does not feel hydrating, nothing. It feels like it's gonna grip onto the foundation. but it just doesn't. It just blends in so seamlessly. Like, look at how nice that is. Just gives you a nice little wash of color. It's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so moving on to blush. I have 3 blushes sitting in front of me. The first one is a cream blush. The rest is the powder brush. So we're actually going to go in with the one I'm going to use today. This is the Merit. I have the shade So Cheeky. And I have to say, I absolutely love this blush. I think it's so pretty, and I love the name So Cheeky because, well, I also say give this video a cheeky thumbs up. I just love the way that this applies. I applied it with a brush, and you can kind of go over it with a sponge, and it just lays down so effortlessly. It like melts into the skin, and I just realized I was staring at myself the whole time, so I feel bad that I wasn't looking at you guys as much. But I'm just trying to make sure I lay this down nicely. There's something about this. I just think it's a really, really nice, and it's also a really nice product. And not to mention, this is a clean product at Sephora. So I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I was really, grateful that the brand reached out and they sent this to me. And I was just really excited to play with this. So this is a really nice product. I mean, just look at how it just like melts into the skin. And it gives that nice like subtle blush without being too overpowering. Because you guys know that I don't like really overpowering blushes because a little too much can go the wrong way, and I have been notorious for making blushes look bad because I applied too much. Because you gotta build it, Allie. You gotta build it, not just pack it on and then go, well, you gotta build it, Allie. Little baby steps. Oh my god, I also just realized I've been making you stare at my freaking foundation lips. I am so sorry. I'm so rude. I hate looking at foundation lips, so I'm sorry that I made you guys stare at that. Oof. Okay. Now, the other 2 blushes that I tried this month were the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Blush. Now, I have the shade called, oh shoot, what shade did I get? Champagne something? Confident Pink. I got the shade Confident Pink. And I have to say, I would 100% trash this. I don't like it. I just feel like the formula is nice, but I just feel like it's so pigmented. Like, it's so pigmented. I thought I was gonna get more of like a baby pink. This is more like a hot coral bright pink, which I'm not the biggest fan of, and I just felt like it didn't necessarily mesh well with my skin. I think this is one of those freaking blush. I feel like it's one of those blushes, a little goes a long way, and I don't know. I just didn't care for it as much. It was a little bit too powerful to me. I don't think I can handle it, but yeah, I would trash this. I would 100% trash this. And next we have the Scooby-Doo. This is the blush duo from Glamlight, and I have to say I absolutely love the packaging. And you open the inside, this is how it looks, and I have to say I would 100% trash this. What? I would. 1, my blush is broken. 2, I guess because it's ruined, I really can't get as much use out of it as so many other people out there can. And yes, this can be saved, but I'm not kidding. So many of these have already fallen out, and I've had to replace it numerous times. And I know people have said to me in the comment section, oh, why don't you just reach out to the brand for replacement? Have y'all met me? I'm the type of person that refuses to return something because I get really, really bad anxiety, and I'll never ask anybody for anything. So the idea of like saying, hey, this is broken, can I please have a new one, knowing that you sent it to me for free, ensue the anxiety sweats and like the anxiety boops. Like, no way can I do that. But it's a pretty blush, but just realistically, I won't get as much use out of this as I will so many other blushes out there. And so I would 100%, I would trash this. I know. Shame. Okay, so next for setting powder, we have 2 setting powders that I tried this month sitting in front of me. We have the ColourPop. This is the No Filter Loose Setting Powder, and the Fit Me Maybelline Loose Setting Powder. The one I'm going to use today is the Fit Me one. I will say I really enjoyed this ColourPop setting powder. It was so nice, very blurring. It definitely has some longevity to it. Do I get oily wearing this? Yes, but I'd still wear this. Again, on one of those days I just want to wear makeup for a couple hours. This would be something I definitely would use. It's really pretty, so I would 100% repurchase this. Now, when it comes to the Fit Me, everybody loves this damn Fit Me setting powder, right? Everybody loves it. I feel like I'm a weirdo. Guys, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's not a bad setting powder, but I just feel like this pulls so yellow on me. Like, it just pulls yellow, and it doesn't, like, I don't know. So many people rave about this setting powder, and I had such high hopes for the setting powder. I've tried this several times, and then whenever I do my declutter series, I always find myself decluttering this powder, and then like 6 months to a year later, I go and repurchase it. I'm like, why did I declutter this? And I go repurchase it because I forget that there's something about the setting powder that, while it looks nice and blurring, when I look at it, I can just see how it just pulls a little bit yellow on me. And I have the shade Fair Light. I wish that they would just do a translucent shade. I feel like if this was in translucent, I would 100% repurchase this. Sometimes my foundations pull yellow. Sometimes my foundations pull, you know, pink. Sometimes they're perfect. I just feel like when I wear this, especially on top of my Revlon, when I wear this on top of my Revlon, it just pulls really yellow. And then it almost makes me look like I have jaundice. And you guys might be able to see like on camera, but in person, no, I can see where this is making me pretty yellow, and it's just the weirdest thing. NARS does that to me too. NARS pulls a little bit more yellow as well, and I just don't get why it does that. But I will say it does give you really beautiful coverage. It really does mattify the skin. It does have like a long longevity to it because I have been trying it out. But I just feel like this is just one of those setting powders that I would 100% trash. I would not repurchase this. I don't know. It just doesn't it just doesn't make me love it as much as other setting powders do. It's nice, but it's just not like nice enough to get me to want to like keep it. You know what I mean? But here it is right here. Again, I have just a nice little wash of color. Not too bad, but I would just go over this one more time with a little bit of product left on my brush. Staple that back in, bring a little bit more color to life. For highlighters, I only tried one new highlighter this month, and it is the ColourPop Flexterian highlighter. I love this highlighter. It's so good. It's so good. I would 100% repurchase this highlighter over and over and over again. And what I love is that it's a Super Shock shadow base. But oh my gosh, it is just so creamy, so buttery. It just blends so effortlessly on the skin. I absolutely love this. I love this highlighter long before I was ever like a YouTuber, content creator. I have been using Flexterian from the very beginning, and I just still can't get over just how it just like melt. I mean, like literally it melts into the skin. Very, very, very gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous highlighters, I would 100% repurchase the Heather Austin collaboration with Unearthly, the Resurgence highlighter. I actually really do love the fact that this is kind of like a dual chrome highlighter moment. Like you can see different shades. I like this like a rose gold, but I love mixing it with Rebirth. I don't know, it just creates a really beautiful highlight on the skin. I wouldn't wear it every day because it's not a color for me to wear every day, but like on special occasions or mixing and matching with others, 100% would go for this. And I also kind of like that's a low light moment. Like it kind of gives you like a glow from within, not, you know, so like bright and shiny. Like this makes you look like you're sweating and gleaming and just moist. But this gives you like a glow from within. I really do like this. So I would 100% repurchase this. Okay, so for mascara, the only new mascara I tried this month was the MAC Magic Extension Mascara. And when I first tried this, I did not like this mascara because I felt that it was too drying. And honestly, I tried this one other time, and let me tell you guys, my opinions have not changed. It's a very drying mascara. It does not feel like moist. It does not feel like wet. I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't feel good. Like I feel like I am rubbing. I feel like I'm applying my mascara with an old mascara that has dried out. There's barely any product left. And I'm like, come on, coat the lashes. Like that's how it feels. I don't like this mascara. But we're going to use it today because this is the only mascara that I tried this month. So I would 100%, I would trash this mascara. And whenever I do my decolors, I will 100% trash this mascara. I just don't like it. And I had like really high hopes for this because I know everybody raved about like the MAC Stack, whatever they had. But like this, I don't know. It's just, it's not for me. Okay guys, so I just threw in some ColourPop white liner. Shocker, so revolutionary. I do it all the time. Still obsessed with that. Last thing we have to talk about is lip products. I tried quite a few lip products this month, and I definitely have some opinions on them. So up first, we do have the 2 lip kits from Glamlight right here. I would 100% repurchase the Velma lip kit. This is definitely more my style. It had like a nice mauvey, spicy brown to it, but the Daphne lip kit, I would not repurchase. Not because it's not good, but because the color is just too pale pink for me. I'm just not a pink person when it comes to lips. I'm just not. I like a mauvey brown, a red. I just don't get into like the pinky colors. There's just something about it that you guys are so sweet, being like, oh, it looks good on you. I don't like it. So I would 100% trash this only because of the color, but I would 100% repurchase the Velma lip kit right here. Next, we have the Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the lip gloss right here from Heather. Oh my God, 100% repurchase this. I love that it's like a milky gloss with like iridescent sparkle in it. Like the sparkles are like the colors of the rainbow. Like you get so many different colors in it. It's so high shine. It's very hydrating. You don't feel it sitting on the lips. You don't feel it sticky. Love the way this looked. I'm gonna definitely keep wearing this. I pulled this out of my purse because I think it's a really beautiful gloss that just complements almost every single lip shade out there. You can put this on any color. It's just going to bring out the beautifulness of it. And it's just very, very gorgeous. Definitely going to be using this all year round. Then we have the brand new Lunar Beauty. We have all the lip liners. We have all the lip liners and all the lipsticks right here. I would 100% repurchase this entire collection. I absolutely love, love, love his lip liners. Lunar Beauty created amazing lip liners that definitely put Jaclyn Cosmetics like in pure competition. I think the only reason why I might use Jaclyn Cosmetics sometimes a bit more is just because the shade Bourbon. But if I want any other color, like a brown shade now, I used to use Toasty. Oh, I'm going to Cocoa. I'm going to Cocoa. I just need something to kind of replace. I just wish that if Lunar Beauty came out with something like Bourbon, I'd probably never really touch my Jaclyn Cosmetics. Not because I don't love the brand, just because I think that Lunar Beauty did such a great quality. And I love the fact that it's $14 compared to like $18. So you definitely save yourself some bucks. And if you guys use code Allie, you guys can save 10% on top of that as well. Now the lipsticks are really beautiful. They're not fully my style because you guys know I'm still not fully into lipsticks. I think they're really beautiful, but I never really wear them by themselves. I do wear them on top of, I do wear lip gloss on top because that's just my preferred taste. But the formula was really nice, very creamy. It definitely does dry down, but it still has the ability to transfer. But that he created some really beautiful shades that complement these lip liners really, really nicely. So I would 100% repurchase that entire collection. And then lastly, I've already had this, but I wanted to retry this. It's the NYX This Is Milky Gloss. Freaking fantastic. I love this gloss, and I feel kind of bad because some of you guys bought this gloss because of my video this past month, and you guys said you guys don't like the smell, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's a chocolate shake smell. It smells like chocolate, so sometimes that could be great for people. Other times it could just smell not good, and I'm so sorry. But I remember you guys did say like the formula was really nice. You just didn't care for the smell, but I really do love this gloss. It's definitely like a go-to for me at this moment. I've been keeping it in my purse as well, and I just realized y'all gotta stare at these nasty lips again. Oh my god. So rude, Allie. Okay, so then next, what I tried this month is ColourPop. I tried a ColourPop liner. This is in the shade BFF. This is actually what we're going to use today. And I have to say, I was really, really impressed with ColourPop's formula. I really enjoyed the formula. I feel like this won't get as much love as like my Lunar Beauty will, but it's still really, really nice formula. And I could see why so many people out there love this. They like this BFF shade is like a really popular shade, and I just need to stop talking so I can do this. Like it's a really nice formula, not as like creamy as I like the Lunar Beauty and the Jaclyn is, but it's definitely really beautiful and it's so affordable. I would 100% repurchase this and purchase other colors in this collection because I really, really do like it. So then for lips, we are going to go in with the Lunar Beauty lip. We're going to go in with the shade Milk Tea. I really love this. It's like a peachy like little lipstick moment. I love how the designs are in this. Super freaking nice. So we're going to use this to fill our lip in. But like, see, this is the only thing I don't like with lipsticks because they do kind of like cling on to like your lip in a way that like if you have like any imperfections, if you have like any like lines or your lips are not exfoliated, it does kind of cling on to that. And a lot of lipsticks do that for me. It's why I'm also not the biggest fan. And I also did not exfoliate my lips like I should have beforehand. But my Scooby-Doo exfoliator and sleep mask is actually over on my nightstand because I really do enjoy that. So this is the color Milk Tea. Love, love, love this color. This is one of my favorite colors from Lunar Beauty. I also really do love the combo of Cocoa lip liners, like this deep brown lip liner with the Icon lipstick. Oh my god, it's so freaking pretty. Put a nice little gloss on it. I'll do that for you guys in tomorrow's video. I'll show you guys, like I'll put like in my new makeup release video tomorrow, I'll show you guys the combo, what I mean, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I really do love that lip combo. It's really, really pretty. And I'll just show it in tomorrow's video. But for gloss, the last one I want to talk about is this Merit lip gloss right here. It's like a lip oil lip gloss, like hybrid. I really, really enjoy this. I just feel like it's so comfortable. And I just felt like this was going to complement this lip really, really nicely. It just goes on. It's not as high shine as a like lip oil lip gloss would be. But like the hybrid of it just, I don't know. It just looks so pretty. I have the shade called Marrakech, and I just love the way that this looks. I love the way that it blends on top of the product. And I think what I noticed why I like it so much too is that it doesn't like transfer the product. Sometimes when I'm putting on like 500 layers on my lips with all the different lip combinations I like to create, the lip gloss or lip oil can somehow pull the lip product underneath it. Or if I'm eating and drinking, it will end up coming off and I'm just kind of left with like the base of like the lip liner and somewhat of the lipstick, but the gloss can somehow be gone. This, it just doesn't do that. Like, yeah, it kind of like dissipates over time because it's like a mix, but it doesn't move the product underneath it. I don't know. It's really unique. It's a very unique little like lip gloss hybrid moment. And I've really been enjoying this to the point that like I want to check out other colors from this brand because of how much I really do love this. And it just feels extremely, extremely comfortable on the lips. And then the last product also is the Hard Candy Setting Spray. I would 100% trash this. I feel nothing towards it. I feel like it doesn't really do anything for my makeup. It just smells really nicely, but it has no longevity to it. So I would trash that and I would keep this. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys out and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on these two products right here along with one special addition. Okay guys, so this is the final look. So what are my thoughts on the two products I did not have opinions yet? So after applying this and looking how it looks, and after applying this and like looking at it, how it's wearing, I would definitely repurchase this. I'm gonna keep playing around with it in the month of June for sure, but I just love how it looks. My skin looks so smooth. It looks so smooth, it looks so mattified. All the products I tried today work beautifully on top of it. It's a really, really nice foundation. Definitely full coverage. I feel like this is gonna be really good for oily skin. I haven't tried it all day. I definitely will do that for you guys for the month of June, so you might have to see this again at the end of the month, but I have to say I'm really enjoying this. I think it looks really beautiful. And then we have the L'Oreal Infallible one. This to me, I would trash this. I would trash this. It went on nicely, but like, I don't know if you guys can tell. Like you can see like all my fine lines right here and I could just see it sitting in my fine lines. And I feel like it's just kind of cracking a little bit. I don't know. I don't think full coverage on top of full coverage works well for me. I think that if I'm going to be wearing this, I need to wear like a hydrating concealer because I am already wearing a full coverage foundation. I don't need to wear a full coverage concealer on top. I just feel like it kind of like mixes for me. So I would 100% trash this. So with that said, I have one more thing that I want to talk to you guys about because, well, this is a speed review, monthly wrap up. This is something that I would 100% repurchase, and I'm begging you guys, if you love reading, you guys have got to try this out. But I've talked about this several times, and I'm going to keep talking about it. I highly recommend you guys purchase the Court of Thorn and Roses series. This is the first book right here. I flew through this book. My best friend, she just finished it last night, and she's already on the second book, and she hates fantasies. But she loves this series because it's just so damn good. The writing is absolutely phenomenal. I thought this first book was good, but then I got to the second book. Y'all, and oh my gosh. Whew. Let me just say, there were some scenes in this book that I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. And Corey wanted to talk to me. I was like, I don't know what the noise was, but skirt, skirt. I'm in the middle of a fantasy right now. Okay? We're not going to interrupt the fantasy because guess what, buddy boy? We're going to reenact the fantasy later on, but we're not going to interrupt it right now. This. My heart, man. This has my heart. Absolutely phenomenal series, and I'm already in the middle of the third one right now. I cannot put the series down. I'm truly so obsessed with this. So I would 100% recommend this. I would 100% repurchase this in every single shape and form they have out there. I freaking love this series so much. So if you are an avid reader, if you love to read, please, please, please check out A Court of Thorns by Sarah J. Maas. I'll have it linked down below in the description for you guys. It is absolutely worth it. So one more thing, I have the new Jacqueline Roxanne earrings right here. I've been wearing these ones, and these ones right here are my go-to right now. These are the newest release that they launched. I would 100% repurchase these, even though they were gifted to me in PR. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and I always get asked a lot of times what I'm wearing jewelry wise, like where is this from? Always Jacqueline Roxanne. I freaking love Jacqueline Roxanne. So with that said, guys, I do want to thank you guys for being so patient with this video. I'm so sorry that I'm a day late. I'll have a new makeup release video out tomorrow, and then on Monday, I'll have you guys pick out my makeup. But I love doing this series. I think it's so fun. It just really allows me to try out makeup all month long and give you guys kind of like my final opinions on everything. And I also hope you guys like the intro. I wanted to do something a little different because, you know, like I said, we've been together now for about 4.5 years. And sometimes, guys, we got to keep things spicy. I got to keep you guys on your toes. I don't don't want you guys to know my intro every time. And it just makes it fun for me. It makes it fun for me. And I like doing this style video where I kind of try on the makeup and talk to you guys about it. But other months I might do something different just because, you know, we got to keep things a little spicy. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Please make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And the hugest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful paid members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.